Take a moment to think about how you look for objects in the world around you, such as your cell phone. We look for objects in the world around us not based on their location, which also helps us find them. Now, think about how you search for information. The ways in which we search for information have changed so dramatically in the last few decades. Think about the last time you went to a library, for example. Going to the library requires you to occupy a physical space, and the ways that we used to look for resources, such as books, involved going into a card catalog, pulling out a card for a resource, and then walking around the library, looking through the stacks of books, looking on the bottom shelf, the middle shelf, and the top shelf, just to find that one resource that we really wanted to find. And chances are that in the process of searching for that resource, like a book, we stumbled upon tons of other resources that we didn't even know we were looking for. This process of serendipitous discovery is so linked to looking for things in a physical space. But unfortunately, as we're transitioning much of our search into digital spaces, we're losing our ability to look for things in this way. Now, as a geographer, I'm primarily concerned with recreating these physical spaces in the digital realm. Take, for example, research data sets produced by researchers here at UCSB that span multiple disciplines. We have a contested political boundary, archaeological excavation sites, and soil moisture measurements. Now, when I mention these, they don't seem like they have much, if anything, in common. And yet, by putting this research on the map, we realize that these data sets overlap quite a bit in meaningful ways. I've been working closely with the UCSB library, not only to put research on the map, but also to integrate non-spatial resources such as text in spatial ways. Here, each of these dots represent research done by people like you and me, graduate students. These are selected dissertations, and these are non-spatial resources such as textual documents. But based on the words in those documents, we can group them spatially into meaningful research clusters. And these are so similar to the types of search that we did in the library a long time ago. Here we create thematic clusters of research, and you can see groupings that span disciplines and departments in interesting ways. This is the first step in creating these spaces and identifying research collaborations that span across departments. We see research being done on topics such as climate change and variability, or sensing, detection, and signals that are not constrained to one particular department. In this way, we are not only integrating information by location, but we are also reintroducing our ability to rediscover meaningful information in not only physical spaces, but in the digital realm. Thank you.